Alright guys, so as we go through this project of building the base truck, we're going to check out some of the lighting systems we have here. I have these cool little lights and they're fine. The problem is they have some old HIDs. We're going to try out some new LED lights and put them inside. We're going to try to put these in. These are H7 and H1 in here. So we're going to pull these out and we're going to check it out. So let's get these opened up and check them out. So you can see here, this is a H1 style. This is an H7 style. Let's open them up. So inside they have a manual. You know how I like manuals? These are 6500K. So they're going to have sort of a bluish tint to them, which I think will be just fine. These are the actual LEDs themselves. We'll pull that out. This whole thing is aluminum, which is super cool. You got LEDs on both sides. They're marked here plus and minus. Pretty well made, they feel like. Let's check out these bigger ones. These are the H1s, I do believe. Very neat. So these H1s have a great big fan on them. Have a similar connection to the other style here, but they're just a little bit different. And they have 3 little LEDs on each side. So I don't know which one of these is going to be brighter, but this is just how they come. So they got these little adapters right here, and this is the actual LED. Super, super nice. Very nice. It's all machined aluminum. It's got their little logo right there. And I've actually put these in semi-trucks before, and they work amazing. They're crazy bright, and they do last a very, very long time. So we're going to start by removing these headlights right here. We've got some clips down here inside we got to take out. We're going to pull them out, put them on the bench, see what it's all about. Alright, so now that we've got everything disconnected, we can go ahead and pull the headlight out. And unplug the existing connections for the headlights. And that's the headlight right there. Let's take it to the bench and change the bulbs out. So we can see here behind these covers which ones used to connect where. We have this one here, which is the high beam, and this one here, which is the projector low beam. The projector low beam is attached to the side right here. So this adapter here, the inside is a positive and the outside is a negative. So if your light connects in that sort of fashion like that, then this will plug right in. In my vehicle here, what I'm actually going to have to do is plug the positive and the negative in separately. And the little one is the negative, and the large one is the positive. The high beam is connected right here. The high beam appears to be an H1 style bulb right here. And the other one appears to be the H7 style. So if we open up our packaging here, this one should plug right in. So inside of my housing here, I have the positive wire. The negative wire attaches to the housing. We're going to disconnect that one. We're going to connect this negative wire to the little tab right there. Then we're going to connect the positive wire to the large tab right there. Now we're ready to install this into the housing. Now there's a slanted edge right here, and there's a slanted edge right here. We're going to put those two together. We're going to make sure we don't hit our locking mechanism because we need it to lock on the outside. So you see it'll push in just like that. Now we're going to get this locking tab around and lock it to the other side. This little holder right here will go down under the locking tab, just like that, and we'll hold it into position. Then we can tuck our little wires in, put our cap on, and we're done. So this next one should be a little bit more straightforward. The light bulb itself is actually smaller. And you can see right here, it has these little tabs. So if you look at it from the front side or the back side, you see these tabs right here. So the tabs on the top and the sides, they're going to locate inside of this housing right here. So here you can see the tab in the top. We're going to line it up to the tab in the top just like that. You see it just fell right into place. And then this locking mechanism, just like the other one, is going to come around and snap just underneath of it. So now that the bulb is held in place, we're going to connect the wiring. We can see here it says plus on the bottom, minus on the top. We have a red wire and a black wire. So it's going to fold over and connect just like that. Now we're going to clean this up and get ready to put it back in the truck. So now our headlights are installed. You see that it really doesn't make any difference on the appearance on the outside, except now you can see the LED portion there. This one is still behind the projector, but this is ready to go back in the vehicle, and everything is connected all solid. All right, so now we're going to put these back into the truck and see how they work. I'm so excited to see what they do. Now we're going to put it back in, put our clips in, put our bolts in. We'll wait till dark, turn them on. So you can see right here, we've got the high beam turned on. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the low beam and see what it looks like. So this is the low beam with the projector. I think it looks freaking amazing. You can see that it's sort of like a glacier white color instead of just a blue. I think they turned out looking very good. So for this pickup here, the total install took about an hour and a half. You know, that's not too bad, and I think they turned out amazing. I really like these headlights. Okay, so now it is nighttime, so we're going to check these lights out in the dark. Basically, we're going to turn them on, we're going to see what they look like, and we're going to see how they perform. So if I come in here, let's turn them on. So you can see, this is the low beam setting right here. You see they come out from the projector. This headlight has projector right here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I'll do a road test here in a minute. But let's turn on the high beams. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so we'll turn on the high beams. We'll check. The high beams are not on a projector. They're just on sort of this flood contraption here, like a normal style. Wow, these things are crazy bright. All right, let's do a little road test and see what they actually show on the road. Okay, so you can see driving on the road, the projectors do a pretty good job. However, this is the low beam, so it has sort of the line across the sky. If you turn on the high beams, all that just goes away and it is just straight flood of light. Now, what I find very interesting is the actual cone shape. You can see over there how it spreads off to the left and the right, and then it stays flat across the sky. That's how it's supposed to be. And when you turn your high beams on, it is just obnoxiously bright. I can see probably 200-300 yards in front of me, and that's just with this setup right here. Now you'll notice here that that sign there was just lit straight up. I couldn't even read it until I was pretty close to it because it was just so reflective. You can see that right there, even in the camera. It just reflects everything off those. Now when I get within about 100-150 yards, I can read them pretty good. Now you can see right here all this stuff in front of me. This is with the high beams, and that is the low beams. So low beams is supposed to have this line right here so it's not blinding the guy in front of you, but you can see how well, you know, there's no dark patches within my entire field of view. And then when I hit the high beams, you can see it kind of kicks out a little farther to the side there, so I can see off that way. And of course everything in front of me is lit up as well. That's crazy. These lights with the halogen bulbs were not this bright, they were not this color, and I could not see this far off to the left or the right with these in their low beam and high beam like that. But you can definitely tell right here, like this is on a back road with the low beams on right here, and when you flip the high beams, wow, like that's crazy. Well, as you can see, these things work out pretty well. I was amazed by the sort of light that they actually produced. The color is amazing. I think driving this truck is going to be totally different now that I have these lights in there. That's fantastic. I'll put the link in the description below, but also I want to see if they have some 3" by 6" LED pods that I can put in the bumper and maybe also in the back for some reverse lights, because I have a little pocket in the bumper, and I really think that a little 3x6 sort of pod light would work pretty good in there. I'm going to see what other kind of stuff they have, because overall this stuff is amazing. So check them out.